I maintain that this over $1.5 billion is all the evidence we need that Nintendo has been ready to release the Switch 2 more than a year ago. Last year was also the first year that first-party software sales decreased, even with a new Pokemon series, a new Splatoon, a new Sports, and a new Xenoblade Chronicles. The thing that I did not anticipate at all, effective changes in foreign exchange rates of almost 160 billion yen. The Japanese yen has been plummeting over the last year in terms of its value. All of this pie chart except the light blue becomes more valuable when converted to Japanese yen with zero effort on behalf of Nintendo or its employees. When currency exchange rates start to do weird things, the businesses that depend on those currency exchange rates can get into all sorts of strange situations. In the case of Nintendo, people outside of Japan are still buying Nintendo Switch models, paying in currencies that are not the Japanese yen. Extra marketing time does seem to be allowing Nintendo to have even more people try out digital channels, download-only purchases, Nintendo Switch Online, all these different things. The more people can try it out on the Switch, the safer it is to plan to have online and digital sales be a big deal for the next generation Nintendo console. Management explains that the whole plan at a high level is to expand the number of people who have access to Nintendo intellectual property, to increasingly engage people through their smart devices, aka phones, visual content, movies, animes, TV series, theme parks, and character-based merchandise. The long-term relationship between Nintendo and customers is going to be managed through their Nintendo accounts, the connection that spans platform generations, entertainment experiences, and centers people around Nintendo-branded entertainment. Of course, there are risks involved, and so I've also looked in for us to the risk factors, a point called system issues, strengthening its online wireless capabilities, and the way this is worded, it really seems like this is not something that Nintendo has focused on before. Also peeking at the research and development activities section, new touch panels, new sensors, wireless network communications, security, cloud computing, virtual and augmented reality, and playtesting proactive new ways to draw people's attention to Nintendo entertainment during their day-to-day lives. That's all the hardware. With respect to software, Nintendo repeats that they have strongly driven the expansion of system infrastructure to support network services, but this time they add in multiple areas, drawing a distinction between console and mobile gaming that needs to increasingly be connected and intertwined, because it's all about Nintendo wanting creators to work on all the Nintendo platforms, aka console and mobile, to deliver new forms of entertainment to consumers around the world and continuously, with the goal of blending the distinction between mobile and console gaming, fitting nicely into your day-to-day experience. Looking at how much capital is allocated to various subsidiaries, studios in the US, Canada, France, and China, 4 different studios, all of them given seemingly new budget to develop software. Similarly, if I'm not mistaken, Mario Club and Nintendo Pictures have had their budgets boosted. Mario Club is based on inspecting software, so quality testing, and Nintendo Pictures is focused on producing visual content, usually for marketing campaigns. Nintendo taking somewhat leisurely steps, but still very much aiming to make the next generation a very big investment in typical Nintendo fashion. So is there an update to the timing of the release of the new console? I think there is. This section, plans for new equipment and facilities, has been updated since last year. It used to be more rows, now there's only 3 rows, collectively representing over $500 million of US dollars in investment. And all of them are targeting to have their schedules completed by March 2025. Now, I suspect that these facilities' schedule have been largely based around preparing for the next console release. Given how the calendar looks, I would not be surprised if the new Nintendo console does get released in summer 2025, right as kids all over the world start entering their summer vacations. I'm definitely going to consider picking this up very early on, but should I pick up the stock before or after? Well, for that, we need to ask the Sage Seeds AI what ranking this is going to get for the 2023 season. I get the sense that Nintendo is planning for something big, but I have no idea whether I want them to use my own capital to do that or not. Remember that a ranking closer to the first percentile is the best. What ranking do you expect? Nintendo is ranked in the 91st percentile in value for the 2023 season. This is about as wasteful an investment as you can find without getting into the really desperate companies at the bottom of the Sage Seeds ranking. So just because I want to consume their products doesn't mean that the creatives at Nintendo have gotten any better at managing their finances. They like to risk it all. While I certainly hope the next console generation is more like a Wii than a Wii U, Sage Seeds AI does not recommend considering this to be value. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, let's talk about what Nintendo games you have or haven't liked lately. More importantly, what upcoming games do you hope they announce soon? Like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram to get hints about future walkthrough videos, and thank you for watching until the end.